It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got it up in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the Rams had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Bennett. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Shifts. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you get away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Come on.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about that. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line. But no gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Bennett now throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Bennett on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Bennett to throw. To throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Hurts. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
We praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Bennett from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And here's Bennett throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 44 yards. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. It's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing with a nice play, knocking that one
away. So the false start will back them up 5.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Extra point put through by Sucker, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Philly. 59 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Back to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by second. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This is Smith with a grab. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down. Bennett. Open man right side is Cup complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Bennett now looking to throw on 2nd down.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cordero Patterson. 32 yards.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Risk taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now Bennett on 1st and 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Patterson running between the tackles. It's a room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards on the ground. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 24, Hurts. He'll go right back to Tonyan. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.